Hello, this is Rosemary from Readings by Rosemary the Emerald Tablet, and we're having Nebuchadnezzar's Dream Part 3. And this is from the book of Daniel, Daniel chapter 2. And we're going to go once again over verse 39, which talks about the second kingdom and the third kingdom. We're just going to, that's just verse 39. I'm going to just read that real quick, and then we'll get back to the explanation. Okay, so verse 39. And after you shall arise another kingdom inferior to you, and a third kingdom of brass, which shall rule over all the earth. Okay, so we're going to continue where we left off last time. And just to make one point here before we move on to the third kingdom. In the second kingdom from the previous video, the silver age of the moon and the two laws and the two trees, we talked a lot about the two bloodlines, the Abel and Cain bloodline, to keep having different representations, both chemically, spoken through the medicine of metals, also spoken about through different types of religions and kingdoms, different planetary aspects. We're talking about the monad as within, so without, God and the devil, self and not self, that kind of thing. Before we leave the second kingdom of silver and get into the third kingdom of bronze, we want to look at the Medo-Persian Empire and see that we went very much here into another form of two trees and two laws. Two laws, two trees. The tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Now, everything, it's like we keep doing the same thing over and over, a reflection. Something moves out away from something else. We get a mirror image. Then we get a bigger mirror image, and everything is a little bit less pure, and a little bit more diluted. Then we get another kind of mirror image. So we're kind of breaking off, splicing, getting different, more differentiated. Like in cells, in biology, as a cell becomes differentiated, it becomes mortal. When you have immortal, undifferentiated cells in biology, like stem cells, you end up with immortal cells. So it's the same thing, whether it's biology or metallurgy or spirituality or kingdoms or religions, no matter what it is, it always has the same behavior. So these two trees are the tree of life, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, the knowledge of speech and science. The tree of life, this is just sort of, rulership through simply being better than something else, purity, strength. The intelligence is sort of in here, then it gets separated out. See, the intelligence is here. The speech is in here. It's all in here, everything. There's no differentiation. Again, differentiation, undifferentiated, immortality, undifferentiated. A cancer or a stem cell are both undifferentiated. Although a cancer cell will hurt you and a stem cell will heal you, the only difference being that cancer cells are victimized and stem cells are not. That's the only real difference. This is undifferentiated immortal. It becomes a little bit more differentiated, a little bit more mortal. Then we get more differentiation, more difference, more mortal. You see? And it goes on and on. So this is the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And the tree of the knowledge of good and evil always is reflected in some kind of learning, speech, intelligence. Where the other side is just force. That's pure force. I'm stronger, I'm brighter, I'm better. Even intelligence. But it's still a brutality. Okay? All right, now we get into the third kingdom. And again, this is information from Ascended Master Jesus, pretty much as we speak. We've got the Bronze Age of Greece, of Nebuchadnezzar's dream. and that's Venus and Mercury, the morning stars. The morning stars, the morning and evening star. Again, now we have twins, Lucifer and Jesus. Venusian Jesus from the Venusian aspect, Lucifer from the mercurial aspect. We've got a morning and evening star. We've got twins. We've got more differentiation. We've got some more reflection, some more splitting, more and more difference between self and not self. More different types of cells, not just ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm, not just 3 types of cells, but now we've got, all the many types of cells in the body, and it's less immortal, yeah? More mortal. So that we're breaking off, okay? It's like the shattering of the glass in Kabbalah, the shattering of the shell, the shattering of reality into many pieces so that it can find its way back to wholeness. You're different, but yet you're all working together. That's what's going on here. It's Kabbalistic. All right, in the third kingdom, we've got 10 laws of the 10 commandments, and we've got the 7 Noahide laws, or 7 trees. And these are a little bit more gracious. The 10 commandments are a little bit more difficult to follow. We've got the Asherah pole, with this, again, a pole with a serpent going around, but now we've got the bronze serpent sort of nailed to this pole, you see? And we've got copper, 88%, and tin, 12% to make bronze. And there's different types of brass and being made in this era, in this Greek era. We've got something called arsenic brass, which is where you make brass with arsenic, a poison. And also you get the beginnings of what we think of as modern day medicine. Notice the snake on the pole, and we have 2 snakes on the pole for human medicine and for veterinary medicine. It pretty much looks like that. In the World Health Organization and all of that. We've got dollars. So, and DNA. It's all the same. Why? And what is it with the poison and the arsenic? And why are all this talk about they're poisoning our food and poisoning our water, and they're poisoning our DNA, and they're GMO and all this stuff? What is that? And the toxic assets in the banking system, and it keeps talking about poison. And this isn't new, you see. What is that poison? That poison is the poisonous serpent. The poisonous serpent on the tree. The Asherah pole is the tree of life, the DNA, the goddess Asherah. And then we have the serpent. The serpent, Jesus and Lucifer are both different types of serpents, one more poisonous than the other. And in actuality, I think one is poisonous and the other one is not. One strangles and one poisons, but they're 2 different types of snakes. So it is talked about in the Zohar. So we've got manipulation through fear of time and death, or debt. Okay, fear. The serpent gets pierced on the pole. The serpent itself is scary. And there's manipulation of the serpent, and manipulation of the DNA, and manipulation of everything. And we've got fear and manipulation all blended together. Fear and manipulation. We've got fear and manipulation. Manipulation would be more akin to Cain. Abel, more fear. This is more brute. This is more intelligent. Now, Cain and Abel have changed places here. You've got Cain and Abel, again, cannibal. They keep telling you that these days that there's human genetics that has been put into the cows, and that there's human genetics in the fish, and there's silk or spiders in the goats. So they're mixing all the genetics, and that is the manipulation where one feels that one is being a cannibal. If you're eating a piece of meat and you don't know if it's 100% beef or it's got some other genetics in it, even maybe human, and they're talking about that they're putting aborted fetal tissue in Pepsi products and in some Kraft products and some Starbucks products. It's been on the news, on the mainstream news. You've got Cain and Abel cannibalism. You see? So the dollar and the manipulation through debt. So the abundance and the immortality is taken away, the health is taken away, and then you're sold health care, and you're sold a way to fix your financial life. They sell you financial experts, doctors, lawyers. Everybody's going to fix you, and you're going to have priests fix your spiritual life, and everybody's going to fix you. And you have to be worried about your health and your money constantly, microscopically, where everybody's worried and focusing on the most microscopic things, because one's perception of one's own immortality and one's perception of one's own abundance has been, through manipulation and mind control and manipulation again of the pineal gland, taken away. And that's where we left off in Greece. And we haven't even gotten to the Roman Empire yet. But you see, the same thing happens over and over and over. And that's the conclusion of Nebuchadnezzar's dream, part 3. This is Rosemary. Thank you.